Thanks for inviting us in tonight at 11. Right now, we are learning new details about the man who's accused of that armed carjacking in Lawrence. About an hour ago, police told us they've arrested 52-year-old George Landy for armed robbery, criminal confinement, resisting police, and illegal gun possession. Now, while the prosecutor's office considers formal criminal charges, our Emily Longnecker got the inside look tonight at the frightening crime from the woman who was targeted.
The victim told me she'll sleep a little better tonight knowing police caught the suspect earlier today. A man she says carjacked her at gunpoint yesterday before eventually dropping her off here downtown at the bus station and handing her some money before he drove away in her car.
See, now I'm just thinking about all this woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff.
All of it the reason this woman doesn't want you to know her name or see her face after what she says happened Monday when she left this Dollar Tree on Pendleton Pike around 4 with a man in the parking lot forcing his way into her car.
Before I could close the door, he stepped in between the door and myself, and he showed me his pistol, and he was like, scoot over.
What came next, she says, was an hour-long trip with this wife and mother in the passenger seat, a stranger with a gun behind the wheel of her SUV, while she cried and wondered if she was ever going to see her family again.
So I was thinking about, what is it gonna feel like when he shoot me? What's that bullet gonna feel like?
She's thankful she never had to find out.
And even as I'm crying and steady crying, he's just like, stop crying. I'm not gonna hurt you. Like, stop crying. At one point he even gave me a tissue to wipe my nose. And he had kept telling me, he said, you're a real nice woman.
A nice woman whose wedding ring and a second ring, she says, he took from her, saying he'd lost his job recently and had kids in college.
He just kept saying, I need money. I need money.
That's when she says he drove first to this bank, only to find out the drive-thru was closed. So they went to this one.
He had one of my debit card code, but I didn't know it.
That's when the woman says she tried to take out money in the drive-thru, but the teller told her she couldn't because her ID was expired. Even that, she says, didn't deter the suspect.
At that point, he was like, well, it looks like you're gonna have to be with me all night. And I'm like, okay, can we just drive around to the ATM at the bank and I'll give you every code I know.
So that's what she did.
By God's grace, the last code worked.
She says the suspect took out $500 after she told him that's all she had in the bank.
Then he happened to look at the receipt and it showed how much money I had left, and he was like, you lied to me.
In that moment, the woman says she worried that would be it. Instead, she says the man took her to the bus station downtown and gave her $4 to catch the bus, letting her first get her purse, phone, and son's backpack out of her SUV before he took off in it. Before he left, though, the woman says she had one question.
I asked him, why you choose me? And he said, it just wasn't my lucky day. And it was simple as that.
Knowing he's behind bars tonight, this wife and mother has a message for him.
Robbing me or robbing anybody, that's not the move. And now look where you at. I guess you don't have to really worry about food and shelter anymore because you're going to have it. And I'm going to court.
The crime gun task force that helped with the carjacking arrest is also connected to other police departments all across central Indiana, including Boone, Hamilton, Hancock, Hendricks, Marion, Morgan, Johnson, and Shelby counties. So tonight we want to break down this program's success by the numbers. Last year, the Crime Gun Center seized more than 717 guns, led to more than 800 arrests, and sent upwards of 24,000 entries to the National Ballistic Network known as NIBIN. That center also helped police follow up on thousands of leads. You can read more about that program, how it works, and the cases it's helped solve right now on WTHR.com.